All right, today I'm going to do a short demo on drawing a hand. It's going to be a gesture drawing. I want you to do a couple of different poses. First thing I'm going to say is just to get set up. You know, whenever you're starting to draw, you want to have all your pencils sharpened, your kneaded eraser out and clean, ready to go. The way you clean it is just by kneading it, and you know, that absorbs the charcoal that's in it. Use an X-Acto blade to sharpen like a charcoal pencil. So this one you can see does not have a point. So the way to do that is to rotate it. I'm holding it, I'm pushing the blade with my thumb. I'm rotating the pencil and just taking a little bit off at a time so that you don't break the charcoal that's beneath it. So you just have to be patient and go a little bit at a time. But even when we're drawing from the model, I want you guys to be doing this when the model goes on break. You're sharpening your pencils, getting everything set up for the next pose. And then at the end, if you want to really bring this to a point, you know, you can just do something like that. All right? So I have my little brush. All right, so we're going to do drawings of the hand. Drawing your own hand is always a great thing to do because, of course, it's always available. So just get set up, get yourself comfortable, look at your hand. All right, so I'm going to start from here. As in any drawing, you start first by getting in the large shapes. You know, looking at the negative space and the space in between. And all right, once you have that, then you can start, you know, sort of blocking in with more accuracy, you know, the individual components. Drawing hands, you have to think, you know, we looked at the anatomy a little bit of, you know, fingers, and you know, you have to just look at the flanges, which are in the finger, which is the joints in the finger that will bend. I'm looking at the negative space. That's my camera girl knocking things over back there. You know, you want to get those measurements. Like right now I did a measurement where I thought, well, where does this finger line up with the thumb? And that's how you know where that should be. This is very gestural, so one thing I'm sure you guys are used to hearing me say at this point is don't take your pencil off the paper. That makes it quicker and you're able to move around. And don't just do one area of the drawing, finish it, move on to the next. You're constantly moving around the drawing, looking for the form. So here's the muscle in the palm. Notice when I start a drawing that I start fairly light, like all these lines are fairly light. And as I keep drawing and I become more confident about, you know, the placement, then I start putting in more of the accent darks and, you know, more committed lines, let's call them. Here's one of the phalanges that we can see, you know, the bend in there. A nice cast shadow on this one. So all those sight measurements that you should always be doing when you're drawing are particularly useful here. And I can take like, this line here on my hand against this line, which is where that, third phalange is. That's where it's bent, and this is in shadow, that's in shadow. So you look for those. And you block that in. Making those comparisons. Where's this line in relationship to that shadow? And continue the line through. See how I'm doing that? This mark on the edge of the hand, continue it through. Continue that through. Again, moving around. So this is very gestural. If you want to make it more of a tonal drawing, and that's why I always say every drawing should start as a gesture drawing. If you choose to take it further and turn it into a tonal drawing, then you do that by adding, more shadow. But the gesture is there already. There's actually a really nice cast shadow on here of the fingers on the palm. And I did this particular one on tone paper so I could work a little with the white, because I thought that would be, sort of a nice on this grayish paper. But even when you're putting the tone in, it should be, like shadow, it should be following the form, adding to the sort of character of the drawing. Squinting, seeing the lights and darks. All right, I'm going to add a little white onto this one just to bring out a little bit in there, not a tremendous amount. All right, so that's one gesture drawing with one particular type of pose. All right. All right, so let's try one with the hand extended.